Everybody wants a win and they need to learn how they could get that. So when you show it as advantageous for everybody, then all those different personality types really don't even matter because they all rise to the occasion because they all want to see this united victory.
What about when it comes to managing up? Is it the holdco or the PE firm that you had to manage in that process, or both?
It's really interesting because I think when we go in to do some of this work, there's understanding and having really good conversations individually with each of these people and doing in-depth interviews and then stress testing it against them. So you're bringing hypothesis to the table and saying, we believe that if we put this structure in place, this would allow you to do X, Y, and Z. Does that make sense to you? What holes are you finding in it? And when private equity puts a hole in it because they're not going to be able to sell to the right buyer, or they want to sell a bigger solution or a smaller solution potentially, then we go back and massage that a little bit and see what we could fix as far as the architecture goes. From a C-suite level too, then they're looking at it from, okay, I need to figure out how all of our companies are going to potentially cross-pollinate and be able to elevate sales. So how are we going to do that? So then we go and we talk to sales teams and we're talking to everybody. But when a third party comes in, for us, it's been beneficial because all of the politics are really pushed aside because we're there to do a job and we are there to be able to benefit every person and every stakeholder. And so by being able to have that, it's just it's a really beautiful thing that everybody seems to take a step back because they know it's all for a common good.
And how long does all of this take with a project that sounds pretty complex?
It is. It's really interesting. Typically, once we kick off, as long as we have access to all stakeholders involved and we have a unified participation, it's really about a 6 to 8 week process. And that's bringing this forth and then bringing a roadmap of based off of all of this positioning activity and based off of the why of how you're going to restructure, et cetera. Now, here's how you're going to go to market with this. And so that piece of it can be a year's worth of work. You can prioritize what you really believe you want to do, but we prioritize the work that needs to come and happen after that as a phase 2.